Okay.
Oh. All right.
Which one is this?
Boo, not cool. Boo, not cool.
Boo, not cool. What do you mean it's not playing?
Oh, it's playing for you, just not me. Okay.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Oh, sure. Now it's playing. Wait, was that me or you who played that time?
I never played it. You did.
I can't tell if you're telling the truth or not.
I am telling the truth. I know that doesn't mean
Really?
anything. You know, I could just hit the load button on this game and just...
I thought it doesn't let you. At first.
Maybe from like before starting the game in Scum VM I could.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Yeah, but I'm not smart.
You're very smart.
And thank you. All right, I think we're gonna finish this tonight.
Oh,
Said that last time though.
Yeah, but this time it actually feels like it. Thank you. I can't remember exactly where we left off, but like we were actually making progress.
Yeah.
And this is starting to feel more like a combination of a little more focused, and also we're getting a better hang for like of how the game works. Now that we realize sometimes you just got to talk to Watson to advance things, which is stupid and frankly collectively does feel like moon logic, but it's an approach. I'm not so annoyed by it now that we've worked out how that works.
Yeah, we're on this street, and we're outside the phrenologist building, which apparently is a thing.
Why would it not be a thing?
I didn't know phrenologists had entire buildings that said this is the phrenology center.
Yeah, fair enough. Usually it's like in a strip mall next to the
Right.
everything, but yeah, completely normal.
A machine-lettered sign announces the premises of a phrenologist. Several spelling errors in the sign's subtitle do not engender confidence in the specialist's alleged art. Okay. Good thing the game is on the same page as me on the efficacy of phrenology.
I don't know what that words mean, so I'm assuming it means good.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you love me? Okay. So why are we at the phrenologist though? Or are we not? Are we just like on the?
We're just on the streets. And why are we here?
See, what I remember is one of the three individuals who we were interested in has had his child abducted, and who is currently in a home with someone who's like pretending to be like a babysitter or mother or whatever it is, and the place is locked, and you can sort of see the key but can't reach the key. And we also separately went here, and I cannot remember why, other than there was another place on the menu.
Yeah.
Or
So
the map.
yeah, we couldn't reach the key, so we ended up going down another trail, and that was starts with an F. We went to Farfignugan.
Farnsworth. Oh, we don't have it to shreds, you say.
And that, I don't remember what place, what was that? That was, anyway, it led us here. I think I will remember soon.
Yeah, baby.
That's
Yeah,
my
baby.
contribution.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we ended up here. This is like the east side. I think we were looking for that woman, with the name. What was her name?
Not the one with the kid?
She could be the one with the kid, but she's like, she lived somewhere on the
Agnes?
east side. Agnes something.
Oh, I just assumed that we had... Oh, crap, is that someone else? I thought that was... Oh, I actually don't know if that's the same person. who
Yeah,
has
I'm
the
not
kid.
sure either.
Huh. Oh, we actually are going in here? Oh, boy. I mean, oh, boy.
I help you, no? No. Yeah, we'll just wait for Watson to inspect the skeleton. Thank you. Brain charts. Do you think this is going to get racist?
Oh no, why'd you put that thought in my head?
Because it's phrenology. That's where phrenology always goes.
I actually know surprisingly little about phrenology, and I was kind of keeping on that one.
Yeah. G.Z. Spurzheim codified the principles of craniology. He posited that every mental faculty occupies a region on the brain and that the skull is a reliable indicator of the brain it covers. Spurzheim identified 35 character determining regions. His theory has deservedly found detractors. Yeah, okay. Graphology. Oh, no, go. I did not click that. Graphology charts. A competent analyst may accurately infer a writer's gross characteristics, but anyone who claims that graphology can definitively deduce the scribe's personality and predict his future must be exposed as a charlatan. The couch is covered in an unusual brocade. The expensive fabric is anomalous and contributes to the office's strange atmosphere. Issues of the Phrenological Almanac litter the couch. This American publication is edited by ardent partisans of the disputable science. This game is being good about it. Journals often attempt to provide legitimacy for tendentious disciplines. They often fail. So phrenology is basically the study of the brain and how the shape of the skull, how much that has to do with intelligence and mental faculties and capabilities.
See,
And
that part right there is about as far as my knowledge went.
yeah, so big skull means big smarty brain, things like that. Topman presumably measures his client's crania. Phrenology claims that one's tendency to destructiveness, secrecy, and 33 other propensities, sentiments, and faculties may be gathered from such measurements. Yeah, and it's not just intelligence, but it's like aggression and other characteristics that, you know.
Yeah, I think I picked up a little bit of that from Simpsons because like
Mm-hmm.
Burns practices phrenology.
Oh, yeah. About 1810, Franz Gall systematized the study of skull shapes. He believed a specialist could infer precise character traits and faculties from a subject's hat size. Though neurology and anthropology have refuted the theory and consider its use a form of quackery, his notion was not completely idiotic. But it historically it does have a bit of a platform in racist ideologies because different races can have different skull shapes, and so yeah, I don't think I need to say much more about that. But
I prefer it.
mm-hmm. The need for such a screen is not obvious. Some clients become more willing subjects of dubious analysis unfettered by the tyranny of clothing, or the screen may be merely decorative. Brains. Delicious. The human cerebrum and corpus callosum, without cerebellum and medulla oblongata, weigh about 3 pounds. Science has determined that heavier or larger brains do not signify corresponding differences in mental ability.
I feel like once you're starting to weigh them, they're all going to have about the same ability.
About 18. Oh, this we already read that. Dr. Totman. Being on the leading edge of two new disciplines has extracted a toll on the self-styled professor. He is a wild-eyed, unkempt, middle-aged monomaniac, got up in disheveled academic dress. He seems more than a little distracted. Did we look at the calipers? Yeah, we did. Is it just more skulls? Yeah.
Is that bottle a real bottle? Nope.
What bottle?
The to the left of the skull, or maybe it's a lamp, but either way,
This,
it's not
yeah,
a
it looks
thing.
like a lamp. I mean, what lamp? This
Good
door
point.
leads out to the street. That door leads out to the street. I thought that door would be over here.
Yeah, this game likes to mess with your sense of direction.
Any trenchant observations concerning these so-called sciences? Your deprecatory tone says you have some of your own. You mistake me, Watson. I support such studies. My current opinion is that they have value, but that they often claim too much for themselves. Are there tools here to help us in this case? Could they possibly hurt us? I wouldn't call what we've accomplished so far brilliant. We could always test their efficacy. Work from a known quantity, so to speak. I did not click items. Talk, please. Thank you. Can you direct me to a family named... Oh, we're looking for the Ratchet family.
Yeah. Why? It was in a letter, right?
Avec much plaisir, I measure cranium you und... Is this French and German mixed together?
French, German, and English.
I measure cranium you und die and analyze Marken. One English Bob, removing chapeau. You misunderstand me, sir. I'm looking for an address. Der Kopf ist très intéressant. Your head is very interesting. I'm pleased you think so, but what about the ratchets? Ich no, je don't, mi scusi. Now the Italian? No good speak. What in blazes is he on about, Holmes? He thinks my head is interesting. I believe he'd like to examine it. He's not alone.
So, are we playing Freddy Fargus?
Sure. The road is filled with obstacles, Watson. Your assessment? The professor has a few phrases for his work, but he speaks no languages fluently. How can he remain in business? How indeed? Either he's having us on or someone translates for him.
I forgot what the command is.
There is a lady. Rose Hincham. The erstwhile palmist and paramour of the late Robert Hunt has happened on a new line of business. She's still glassy-eyed, though whether this is due to gin or her somewhat excitable and unbalanced nature is unclear. Wait, is she the palmist from the last game?
I'm not sure.
Hello, it's Rose Hincham, isn't it? It is, Mr. Holmes. You won't get much from the professor unless you speak Hungarian. I heard French, German, and Italian as well. How do you deal with them? Me mum was from Budapest, but even with the language, it's a struggle. After rambling over Europe, he's lost most of his native tongue or mixed it in with the others. This is a legitimate business, I trust. Business, I trust? Absolutely, Mr. Holmes. Not many clients yet, but new methods always meet prejudice, as you must know. I wouldn't have thought there was much call for the professor's specialties here. Not yet, but people like talking to any man of science. They're rare as an honest copper east of St. Paul's. We're looking for the Ratchet family. No one seems able or willing to help us. People here is closed-mouthed. Information is power, and currency too, when you're poor. And even when you're not. I've offered to purchase the address, but to no avail. Not surprised. Very suspicious lot. Don't take to outsiders. Be hard as you are to get the truth. You might try the grocer across the way. Even the Ratchets have to eat. It's a good thought. No. Tell me about your new work. Are these exciting disciplines, Rose? Better than prognosticating by palms, Mr. Holmes, and I'm apt since I quit gin. Professor thinks I've got a gift. It is a gift. It must be occasionally tempting to promise more than you can deliver. I'm no quack or a shill neither. I observe. I tell people what I see. It's not exactly what you do, but I bet you had your doubters once. I take your points. Perhaps you'll forgive my misgivings. You're privileged, Mr. Holmes. You got as much right as anybody to be wrong. Is the professor altogether mentally fit, Rose? He has odd ways, and he's too fond of brandy, but I think he's brilliant. Not much with people, as you saw, so he's teaching me the business. The science, you mean? Have your joke, Mr. Holmes. I won't fight you. I'm no zealot. Your kindness is much appreciated, Rose. I won't forget it. I'll be years returning the favor, Mr. Holmes. You kept me out of that Brumwell business, and I'll always be that grateful. Okay. What have you made of Rose's transformation? I should say she's a changed woman, no doubt. Perhaps next she'll lose the theatrical costume. I hope not. It's part of her allure. I look forward to her next incarnation. From palmist to phrenologist is not such a leap. Perhaps next she'll become a surgeon. Watch your back, doctor. Like a surgeon.
You're the one who said it.
Rose has been very helpful. Thank you for her time.
It's so weird and awkward.
I measure cranium, you 1 English bob. Removing chapeau, bitte. Maybe some other time. Okay, are we done here? Did we do something?
Yeah, I'm curious if there was something in particular we're supposed to come back for, or if this is just a hint that we should. We can't just be for the sake of being told to go across the street. Because then they could just, like, have us go across the street.
Penny for the guy, Gov? Threepence be better. Got any errands need running? Boots need blacking? Anything?
Yes, we do. We would like assistance, please. Do you have directions? Can we talk to the kid and ask for that?
You know where the Ratchet family lives? I might do, but nothing's for free in this life, Gov. Leastwise not here.
So then pay. Do we have, like, physical money on us?
Do we just give him money? Yeah, we do have give. Usually he just... Wait. What?
Hello, I like money.
There's a sewer here, too. What? The polluted water of this fetid and noisome open sewer carries virulent diseases. Cholera and typhoid fever are at times endemic to the East End.
Oh, the Ninja Turtles are not going to like that.
Now... The Ratchet's address. What is it? I can't say. Can't or won't. Makes no difference, do it. Try the grinder. Ta for the 6pence. It's been an education. I would pay for accurate information about the Ratchet family. Not like I would if I give it. Better move on while you got your health and your pocketbook. You're likely to lose one or the other around here. Did we just get scammed?
Why is one of them, like, sweeping?
Why are we going back there? Tinker. The tinker has attached a special chain to a sprocket affixed to the grinding wheel. The old man pedals to drive the wheel, which he uses to sharpen knives and repair pots. A labyrinthine lane veers off the main road. The whole scene is populated with lamentable characters. Are you familiar with a family named Ratchet? I'm a tinker, not a copper. I do honest work. I'm sure you do. I just wondered if you had a customer named Mrs. Ratchet. Hard to say. She take pride in her knives or scissors, keep them clean and sharp? How do I know? Well, if she don't, I wouldn't have no interest in her, would I? Most likely I know her, is it? Or not likely I know her, is it? Mrs. Ratchet is in her middle years. Pleasant looking. She squints a bit. Does that help? That ain't much. If she's from around here, you might try the grocer on the corner. This is not the most savory neighborhood in which to ply your trade. Work is where you find it. All God's creatures want sharp knives. Even scum like Jack the Ripper can appreciate a properly honed instrument. Watson, why are we waiting on you? Okay. A sampling of fruits and vegetables are stacked on a costermonger's cart. The shriveled oranges are unworthy of the name. Likewise, the soot-covered cabbages with one B. Contact might invite scabies or worse. If these specimens are intended to encourage custom, one wonders what goods are kept inside. I'd hate to catch scabies from a cabbage.
Am I forgetting what scabies is? Because I don't know how that makes sense.
Yeah, scabies is usually the name given to what, like pubic lice? Or crabs. Or crabs, you know?
Oh, I was definitely getting mixed up with something else. What the heck was I thinking of?
No, it's different. It's the mites, yeah.
Oh, no, I was definitely thinking of something else.
Scabies are mites, which are their... Yeah.
Ew. Oh, why did I Google that? No, I was somehow getting scabies mixed up with scrapey.
Yeah, Yeah.
Thought the either was pleasant.
It's a living. Now, what is your impression of the East End, Doctor? That the greatest nation on earth has engendered a society of pitiable orphans, inebriates, and prostitutes in its very bosom is a wicked outrage. A nightmare come to life, and society ignores or denies its mean creation. I feel ashamed. We should do better. We should be better. You could not be more accurate had you spent a lifetime here. Prostitutes.
I was gonna ask how you knew that, forgetting that it's a point and click game. It tells you.
Looking for something a bit different, love? I know your type, naughty boy. I know what you're after. Walk on the wild side, am I right? Of course I am. I'm looking for a woman named Agnes Ratchet. Can you help me? Forget her, Ducky. Why not leave your friend and come round the corner? I'm sure that would be interesting, but I'm here on business, not pleasure. You what? Think I'm here for me health? Get on with you. I apologize. I didn't mean to give offense. Do you know a Mrs. Ratchet? Spoke like a gentleman, but I don't know her, love. She uses another name? Them's what ain't changed their names from shame, or for dodging the law. Take pet names to tout their wares. Get it? I do, but Mrs. Ratchet is not, I believe she simply lives nearby. I'm not from this patch, don't know the locals. By name anyways. And they don't know me. Come to that. Sorry. Thank you, you've been kind. Is there something I can do? Just move along, love, as you're not buying, you're restraining trade. Very little business on the street. Is it always like this? Not much business anywhere, dearie. A certain sign that money is in short supply. Okay. Greengrocers.
Or like gangrene grocers. Get it? Get it?
Yeah. Given the collection of miserable, worm-riddled produce on the grocer's cart, the mind rightly boggles at contemplation of what he keeps out of public view.
Boggle.
Boggle. Clouds. Poverty's attendant staples fill the shop. Sprouting vegetables, jars of drippings, pickled pork, recycled tea leaves, rotting fowl, and sacks of moldy flour. The cans of bully beef are suspicious. They may be military rations. The security guard just... Okay. The sentry is what Americans call a galoot. He periodically swings a leather-covered, lead-loaded truncheon. The bludgeon discourages pilfering, but no more than do his disturbingly vacant eyes. I'm looking for a Mrs. Ratchet. Can you help me? His truncheon talks for him. You got business here? Talk to me. Very well. Apples. Mouse? Rat? Mouse? Unlike the other produce displayed for sale, several of the apples appear edible. Looks may be deceiving. Their unblemished condition may signify that even worms found them unpalatable. The proprietor may keep a diary of or practice his penmanship in the book, but he most likely records sales in it. Given his clientele, it would not be surprising if most of them did their business on tick. I'll just leaf through that. Thank you. Try that again and you'll lose a finger, maybe two. The shop's valuable merchandise, coffee, spices, patent nostrums, chocolates, and the like, is shelved behind the counter. The security guard may not be vigilant as he might be. Though retired from the raw world of transient costermongers, the man's thickly muscled arms label him as an erstwhile barrow boy. He cleans his nails with a menacing carpet knife and divides the world into friends and dupes. Mrs. Ratchet lives hereabouts. I'm told you might know where. Do you? What's your business with her? I assure you, I mean her no harm. So coppers always say. Next thing you know, they're sending home the bolts in a cozy cell at Pentonville. I'm not with the police. Mrs. Ratchet works at my brother's office. Filched a few bob from the tea trolley, did she? Capital crime? Leave off. What have the police done to deserve your animosity? They think being poor is a crime, proof you're guilty of something. They have a more discriminating sense of justice, surely. You wasn't here when they tramped over this patch looking for the Ripper. Didn't give a care who they stepped on. And for what? Big show. Came to naught. Everyone knows one of the quality done them girls. As I said, I'm not with the police. You might as well be. You're not from here. Not one of us. Now off with you. You're not worth a charge of GBH. Best quit the neighborhood. GBH. What is GBH? Great Britain.
Yeah, I'm really confused on that one.
This is a confidential inquiry. I'm not an official agent. Won't you tell me what you know? I know nothing except that them's that grass gets mowed down, and them's that snoop, strangers or no, fare no better. How did you come by these army rations? You writing a book? Just curious. Serious affliction down here. You heard about the cat, what suffered from it? Curiosity? It can't have been long since you pushed your cart through the streets. You appear to be in fine condition. This here's a grocery, mate. Push off if you're not buying. Alrighty. Bread. It is not immediately obvious that this raggedy basket contains a food substance. The shapes, sizes, textures, and colors more readily suggest military missiles, construction materials, and croquet balls.
What would a military missile be back then? Like whatever a ballista uses for a bolt or something? Or?
It's a good question.
The
red iron door may lead to a storeroom, or perhaps the grocer keeps a cot upstairs. The miserable sounds of the building filter into the shop. Round here, we treat trespassers worse than rats. Why is that? Rats go where they're not wanted by nature, humans by choice. They both end up the same way, but humans get punished for choosing to do wrong. Okay. Cool. An astonishing profusion of odors, Watson. Can you distinguish them? Odors? Your proboscis or your vocabulary have failed you, Holmes. Perfume has an odor. Your laboratory sometimes creates odors. This rank stench equals that of an abattoir. Watch my back, Watson. Will you do that? The guard looks to be an unpredictable character. Do you sense something violent is about to transpire? Intuition, Doctor, is for amateurs. Why did you move? I'd lay odds the proprietor knows her, Watson. Perhaps she shops here. Poor woman, as if living in the neighborhood weren't a surfeit of misfortune. But even if you're right, I don't see how it helps. Too true, Doctor. If he doesn't want to tell us what he knows, we can't apply thumbscrews. He's so aggressively unhelpful. I wonder if he has a personal interest. This wouldn't be the first time your wondering have put us at risk. Perhaps we should leave, discretion being the better part of valor. It might have been a better part of success here. Being forthright got us nowhere. Discretion, dissimulation even, could hardly have been less productive. But now I'm reluctant to go back west without something to show for our trouble. Let's just make sure we don't have broken bones to show. Might you occupy the proprietor's attention? I want to look inside that copybook. I can't think of anything to turn his head that won't place our lives at risk. He's only interested in commercial transactions. Good idea, Watson. At my signal, distract the guard. I shouldn't like to get too close to him. He might get ideas. That would be novel for him. Dangerous, even. Okay. I'd like some marmalade from the top shelf. Cash customers is welcome. Cost you 2 bob. I want a jar, not your whole stock. Wherever you bought that joke, demand a refund. Humor is free. That when it's at my expense. All sales is final. Seduce him, Watson. Nice bit of weather we're having for this time of year, don't you think? The book is a primitive accounting system. Names of persons are inscribed beside the paltry amounts they owe the grocer. Agnes Ratchet appears to be deeply indebted to the proprietor. Okay. And we got some marmalade. Isn't that great? Our resourceful chameleon could penetrate this alien maze with ease. Wiggins is always willing to work, and he could hardly be less successful than we have been. Slap, 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 slap. Any information about the Ratchets would be helpful. I can be patient. But can you read his mind? Arthur ain't spoke since he's seen his mum slit the swine, what fathered him from ear to ear. Okay. Does he talk for himself, though? I'd like to buy some bread. Because I can. Help yourself. You can read the price, I suppose. Could you wrap it up? That costs extra. I'll take it as it is. I know Mrs. Ratchet is a customer in this shop. Where does she live? I could care less. You could care less? What you know. If you're not buying groceries, you got no business here.
He's a very caring individual.
Mm-hmm. Now what? Huh?
Can we give him money to pay off her debt?
I was wondering that too, but no. I like money, though.
Yeah, I like money though.
Drop? Oopsie. That'll cost you tuppence, and as you're the curious type, the floor ain't been recently swept. Um... Why? So... Buy apples? Is there anything else we can buy? It's a barrel of green slime. Maybe we can buy some of that. Oh, yeah, we actually have these things. Of course we do.
I am so confused.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna figure something out in there.
Like when we dropped the, I guess, bread, I assumed that was a sign that like, oh, we can pretend to drop something, and then when we reach over to pick it up, then we can actually secretly something. But no,
Yeah, it wasn't like we accidentally dropped it. It said drop. Like, I don't know if we actually accomplished anything here. Not like we opened up anything new doing all that. We can't claim to have learned much here, Watson. This is a matter of opinion, man. We've been jostled, threatened, lied to, cajoled, harassed, propositioned, and placed in proximity to a dozen different diseases. Such experience certainly contains something of educational value. Point taken, Doctor. We won't quibble. Ratchet-wise, we came up empty. Should we try some of these, dare I say, businesses? Can they be can they be and less forthcoming than people on the street?
I'm assuming any.
Yeah, in a word, yes. Our resourceful chameleon could penetrate this alien maze with ease. Do we get Wiggins to do this? Wiggins is always willing to work, and he could hardly be less successful than we have been. Did we get anything that could grab a key? An apple.
We use the apple, we squeeze it to make apple juice. We freeze the juice in the shape of a hook.
How do we freeze it though?
We travel to Antarctica.
Maybe the tinker can make a hook? There's a pawn shop here. To pawn one's meager belongings as security for the repayment of a loan is the definition of living on the edge. Pawning is a way of life in the East End. Pawning on the edge. You have to wait for Watson to catch up. Watson, why can't you teleport?
So does that mean the original song is Living on the Edge?
Living on the edge? What about it?
Oh, I just never heard it.
You never heard Living on the Edge?
No, I only... Never mind.
Right.
Never mind.
I'm trying to think of what it is.
Living in the fridge.
Living in the fridge. Oh, how appropriate, by the way. I guess we talk to Wiggins?
It makes sense.
That's pretty far away for Wiggins. Where is Wiggins? Is he sleeping in the kiosk? Jonas, where's Wiggins? Where's Wiggins? Toby appears to be in a typical form. He's the definition of languid. Perhaps we should ask a veterinary surgeon to take his vital signs. It's strictly opposed. Once he's on the case, he'll be all attention. I suppose the Hart boy spoiled our incomparable hound. No, but like me, he has a bit of a cold, rheumy eyes, and stuffed nose. Even his weakened condition, he'll be an asset to our investigation. Okay. Do you think will ever get those results from the spring?
Huh. I completely forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
From a
It's so
couple
weird.
streams ago. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Should we just like head there to see if he has anything?
I was expecting that they'd be sent to our flats. I wonder if friend Farthington knows the disparaged solicitor Bledsoe. Because they've both been called to the bar, I would think it highly improbable. Farthington never had much of a practice. Lawton said he kept chambers at Gray's Inn. Farthington lives there. He's just the gentle sort to befriend an outcast. Okay. Come along, Watson. The game's afoot. Quite so, Holmes.
Dibs on the game's toes.
Dibs on the game's toes.
If it's a foot, then dibs on the toes. I'm
Okay.
hungry.
All right then. Toby. Fanchall's pile. That's the F word I was thinking of. What are we do? Oh, Jacob Farthington's chambers. He may be engaged. I haven't even announced you. Were you raised by wolves? I can't approve impositions on Mr. Farthington's time. He does little enough real work as it is. People without appointments are so aggravating. Good day, gentlemen. What a pleasant surprise. Help yourself to a sherry while I finish with this brief. I won't be long. Okay.
I still don't know what shit. Oh, sorry.
Sherry?
Yeah.
It's like a kind of wine.
Yeah, but like,
It's like a cooking wine. To me. Numerous cigarette ends, ashes, and spent matches flood a freestanding marble ashtray. The sand-filled bowl sits on a chromium-plated base. Were you gonna say something?
no.
Okay. Yeah, I've only bought sherry ever to make French onion soup.
I still gotta try that sometime.
It's one of the ingredients that I've seen in recipes.
Wait, onion soup has wine in it?
I mean, it's like a, how do you even describe it? I don't even know what it's made from exactly. Is it just, hang on, it's a fortified wine made from white grapes that are grown near the city of somewhere in Spain. Okay, it's just a special kind of fortified white grape wine. But it's used in soups.
That is so weird.
Smell. The tobaccos are all Egyptian. A long-stemmed variety known as Theban yellow gives off the characteristic odor. The mixture and the paper that surrounds it are custom made by a middling sort of tobacconist.
Where is tobacco from?
Ooh, that is a good question. The creator of this pile of ends tried desperately to get his money's worth. They are less than a half-inch in length. I wonder if it's something that different varieties of tobacco are just native to different places all over the world? Because, like, Native Americans were familiar with tobacco even, right? So, origins of tobacco. I have to know.
I just assume that they came from Americas.
The genus Nicotiana. It's indigenous to North and South America. So it must have been.
What the heck is Egyptian tobacco?
It's probably not like ancient Egyptian, I guess. Maybe it was moved to Egypt and then people grew it there and it became its kind of own sort of tobacco. Let's look at Egyptian tobacco. What is Egyptian tobacco?
Oh, wow. I scrolled down the Wikipedia article for like, and it got to like top tobacco producers and
1880s.
Oh, wow. So it's the right time. Man, they really put a lot of...
The Egyptian cigarette industry in the 1880s. It's very specific. Yeah.
But apparently even like today, India and Pakistan are still fairly large producers.
Where do camels come from?
Oh crap! I have. Oh, why'd you make me aware? I don't know that. I think they hatch from eggs.
Camel cigarettes, I think, are from North Carolina. Okay.
Oh, camels.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was only kind of joking, but like thinking of like Egyptian cigarettes. It's like, does that have any association with the brand Camels, or is it its own thing?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And apparently, Winston's come from Bedrock.
Famous Egyptian tobacco brands. Cleopatra.
Really?
Yep, apparently there's a brand called Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Brand of cigarettes currently owned and manufactured by the Eastern Tobacco Company in Egypt. Apparently it's very prominent all across Africa, in the Middle East, and some Asia. Tobacco's icky. This globe is a reproduction of Da Vinci's peerless spherical map. Leonardo built the original in 1515, so the topographical dimensions of the Americas are merely approximated. 2 sets of brass hinges are inset along the equator. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was looking at the Egyptian cigarette industry, and again, Wikipedia, because whatever. Mentioning culture, and apparently, yeah, Sherlock Holmes, one of the stories, did actually make direct reference to Egyptian cigarettes. The Adventure of the Golden Pince Nez.
Oh. Tobacco is wacky. Hey, Fee. I say that though. I have enjoyed a cigar or two in my time.
I have not.
Very, very occasionally. It's just a little bit of something that's nice. The globe's position is fixed in its frame. Fortunately, there is space to circumnavigate it. Like a globe. Ooh, is this where the sherry is? The northern hemisphere tilts away from the equator to reveal a collection of glassware. Several clean glasses accompany bottles of Amontillado and Manzanilla sherry, and a particularly distinguished single malt Scotch whiskey.
Really just gonna put it back there unwashed?
Yep. Yum, yum, yum. Coat rack. Haven't touched a cigar, joint in years, but you get it. Yeah, yeah, same. There was a cigar bar in town here, and I've been there a couple times, very rarely. I've only really ever had cigars when they were just kind of offered to me, or on very rare occasions. It's something I would never want to do as a regular habit. I generally don't like the smell of tobacco in most cases.
Next time we meet up, I want to check to see whether or not you accept a cigar offered to you.
Is this like a trick?
I mean, licorice, but...
Oh. Bubblegum?
Is that a thing?
There's like gum cigars, right? Like it's...
I know candy cigarettes. Oh man, now I want a candy cigarette. I know that they're objectively bad, but I absolutely love candy cigarettes.
Oh, there's Bubble.
They're so chalky.
I remember these things growing up. I don't think I've ever actually had them.
Bubble. Oh wow, this is exactly what you described.
Yeah.
They come in like a humidor thing, or like what the heck?
Right?
They're like wrapped in it. What the heck? Why did someone put this much work into this?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't need to.
Yep. One hopes the bizarre brass rack is unique. Be cowy. 2 in the world would be too many. It could serve as a very tall candelabra, or if necessary, a gibbet. That's kind of dark.
What's a gibbet?
It's like a hanging, suspending structure for a cage, right?
How do you possibly know that?
I only know it in the context of like a cage for humans, but maybe it's like a gibbet for a bird. I don't know.
I mean, when I Google image gibbet, I see a cage for humans.
Right.
But how did you possibly know that's what it's called?
I think I learned that word from Diablo 2.
I gotta play more Diablo.
The Mercator projection of the African continent must remind Farthington of his times there. He's a good man with few illusions and unashamed of his past. His past. There will be trouble in that area before too long. The accumulation of great riches always causes great suffering. That's his diploma? Oh, wait. The barrister proudly displays his baccalaureate degree from one of the more respected Oxford colleges. Diploma for being a detective. Farthington has framed the letter of transit which permitted he and Stanley Carraway to enter the Orange Free State. Dated 12 December 1867, it is stamped by the Boer Republican Authority at Witwatersrand. To envision him young, lean, and hungry on the gold diggings in Transvaal is a delightful challenge. Farthington's extensive library seems to have grown larger, though not with the weighty tomes of his profession. Given his eclectic interests and his ambivalence toward his career, it's no surprise that Farthington's new volumes are primarily continental novels and bound issues of Punch, the Police Gazette, and Illustrated Weekly. You're not one of those people who hang around hospitals hoping to get free cigars? Is that a thing? Can I get Zubin cigars? These broken stairs once provided access to Farthington's less controversial volumes. Burton's unexpurgated translation of the 1001 Arabian Nights once sat on the top shelf. Perhaps he no longer reads such books. The marble likeness is of the great M. Tullius Cicero. Besides being the most influential political orator in Rome, he acted both as an advocate and a prosecutor in the law courts. Cicero.
Hikaro.
Farthington has replaced his royal canopic jars with splendid 5th century white figure style amphorae from Attica. Perhaps the Egyptian artifacts were not as authentic as they might have been. Let's look at this photograph.
It's not just me being difficult. I don't think they did it as a soft C back then.
A soft C for...
Like, well, at all, letter C.
Oh.
So I think it actually would have been Kikaro.
Kikoro. Oh, I was making a Chicago reference.
No.
A lovely photograph of Anna Carraway and her son Paul is mounted in a hinged silver frame. This marble fireplace is devoid of decorative ornamentation. A discreet fire warms the room.
Not one of those continuous fires.
Let's wander over here now.
What is that like little silver highlight on the mantle?
Yeah, I was trying to highlight. There's nothing there.
Weird.
Papers, briefs, and letters are, as always, scattered about Farthington's desk. He has replaced the flimsy veneered credenza that previously served as his working surface with a solid oak item more suitable to the purpose. It's a calendar. It's like a single pixel. Oh my goodness. A leather-bound appointments book joins a hillock of papers on the desk. It is a harmless affectation, considering the meagerness of his business. Alright, Jacob. Let's talk. Let me walk over here first. And then over here. And then over here. And then over here. Your clerk's demeanor is unaffected by his tuition at the Charm Academy. In this inconstant world, I find comfort in his predictable impudence. Small comfort, I should think. At my age, Doctor, small comforts are all a wise man should expect. Speaking of which, I'm sorry for your brother's accident, Holmes. I've heard he will recover. You won't mind if I work while we talk. What may I do for you? I'm looking for a barrister named Bledsoe. He has chambers here, I believe. In candor, I advise you to look elsewhere for legal representation. This is strictly a private matter, nothing to do with the law, yet. I believe he serves on your brother's committee. Surely that would be a more suitable forum for cross-examination. It would not, as it happens. Do you know where he is? I couldn't say. You would not compel me to violate a confidence as the price for telling me his whereabouts? If the substance of your colloquy is confidential, Holmes, so is his location. In fairness, I can do no less. He's a friend of sorts. You must give up something to receive. We can deal on no other basis. Where are the Egyptian funerary urns? Were they less lovely than they looked? Confiscated. Fakes and stolen besides. I was nearly charged. A client and former friend gave them to discharge a debt. The case is in chancery. I'll never live to see its resolution. Justice delayed is justice denied. Apt, Doctor, but regrettably meaningless to the Lord Chancellor. I note Cicero has replaced Demosthenes as your orator of choice. Inferno qualitative judgment. The Athenian was an unpleasant reminder of youthful excess. You may recall that he perfected his enunciation with a mouthful of pebbles. I aped his training methods, but used horehound lumps instead. One day I accidentally swallowed them all, wreaked havoc on my digestive tract. Okay, you ate a bunch of rocks. Who preceded us in here, Farthington? Surely you're familiar with client confidentiality, Holmes. Client never speaks to a barrister without his solicitor. Your last visitor was alone. I suspect the sun's long over the yardarm, gentlemen. Wet your whistles if you like. I need to confer with my clerk. If you won't tell me where Bledsoe is, perhaps you would tell me about him. Very well. He's a childless widower, retiring by nature. Family money allowed him the leisure to serve the government. His wife was the only daughter of Silas Byrne, who publishes a toxic rag called the Gadfly. He's never liked Bledsoe. Since his wife's untimely death, Bledsoe has been repeatedly pilloried in its pages as a venal hack and toadying nincompoop. I've read those articles. Should have recollected the name. Are the allegations unjustified? Completely unfounded. Admittedly, he's a man of modest endowments, but he's tireless and honest with no ambition beyond service to the Queen, and, of course, staying out of harm's way. He's not an adventurer who would betray his country? Never, though it's not strictly a question of patriotism. Regrettably, most men's loyalty is not proof against the right inducement. But Bledsoe so despises excitement of any kind, he would perish from anxiety simply contemplating such an act. Must I rummage through the bowels of the inns of court looking for the man? For the man? For the man? For the man. You might find his chambers, but you would not find him. Never there. Hasn't had a brief in years. He's not a man altogether comfortable with human contact. I hope Paul and Anna Caraway are well. They are, thanks to you. Lord Brumwell has financially ruined, was financially ruined, Exposure of his son's real maternity drove him over the edge. Paul and Anna are living on their own, then? They prefer it that way. Sir Avery Fenshaw bought the Brumwell place, kit and caboodle, for his wife, so Anna is out from under the estate taxes. I assume that Bledsoe is more than a casual acquaintance, Farthington. I know your methods, Holmes. You never assume when proof is available. Okay. Waters is still the image of incivility. I wonder that Farthington keeps him on. A competent clerk may be hard to find. Then again, some people tolerate abusive behavior better than others. We could waste precious time looking for Bledsoe and still come up empty. I'm stymied, Watson. I'm sorry to hear it, Holmes, because that makes two of us. Perhaps we should move on. I trust Farthington implicitly. Should I confide something of our mission to him? That must be your decision, Holmes. Mycroft would expect no less. We did a good bit of work for the Carraways, Watson, if I say so myself. One day the world will learn of it too. It's called The Case of the Serrated Scalpel. You've written it up, have you? Shall I see it published? Not in this lifetime, old friend. We made a promise. Rest assured, I've given credit where it was due, protected the innocent, and vilified the guilty. All received their just deserts. Who was here before us, do you suppose? I haven't the foggiest. Do you have a notion? Not a name, but it's as plain as the nose on Cicero's face that he was a friend and a compulsively heavy smoker of some means. You are perspicacity itself.
Wow, that's impressive. I've seen getting your mixed up with your, but not.
No, this is fine. He's
Oh,
caught.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same, and then I read it again. You are perspicacity itself. It would take him no less than an hour to smoke this many of his custom-made cigarettes, and he was alone without a solicitor. This was a social call. What does Farthington's description of Bledsoe suggest to you? He sounds a reclusive type, overly fond of tranquility, unpredictable, and antisocial, perhaps slightly unhinged. And frightened, silly, I'll wager. I should dismiss him for cause as a suspect. Nevertheless, I must speak with him. It is always a mistake to ignore the obvious. Farthington is distinctly ill at ease. What's he concealing, Watson? I don't know, but you come in without so much as a by your leave and interrogate him. A bit off-putting, to say the least. Granted, but he knows me and my moods. No, there's something else. God forbid you should accept the first explanation that comes to hand. Questions, Watson? Does it seem to you that security at the ministry is not everything it might be? It seems that security there is nothing it ought to be. No use crying over spilt milk, I suppose. Right. Wait till it turns rancid, then gag on it. Okay. Will you settle for the reason I wish to speak with him and trust me with the details? Of course. A document went missing from the Ministry of Defense, and Bledsoe was among the last persons known to have seen it. He subsequently moved to terminate the inquiry into its disappearance. The probable thief has now been found dead, executed. You see my problem. As he openly signed out for the document and returned it, and was not alone in his opposition to the inquiry, I don't think I can help you, Holmes. You're on a sort of unofficial fishing expedition, and Bledsoe is an excitable character of nervous disposition. I truly don't know where he is at the moment. Alrighty. Are we done here, I guess? Nom 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 nom. These doors leads to Farthington's unspeakably rude clerk in the outer office, then to Holborn near Chancery Lane. These doors leads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burp, 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 burp. Now what?
See the scientist?
Sure. Nope, no, no, no. I don't want to look at him. I want to talk to him. Nothing new.
Wow. That is so impressive.
Ba-derp-a-derp-derp. Nothing new here. Ba-derp-a-derp-derp. So we can't find Bledsoe.
So in theory, we have 3 leads, but also no leads.
Yeah.
What's the woman's name?
Agnes Ratchet.
Okay. I'm just taking notes myself so I can remember things later.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Presumably, we're not walking around, so we're taking a carriage, right?
I guess so.
Because we're not walking all over London.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're taking a carriage.
Which means we have access to a horse. So what we should have done is gone to the place that has the kid in it, taken the apple, been to the horse, want the apple? Want the apple? Chucked it through the window. When the horse knocks down the door to get to the apple, rescue the kid.
Hmm. Also, yeah, we could tie a rope to the horse
Minya?
to the door. Minya.
I guess that's
And throw the apple.
Yeah. Or we could tell the cops that there's an abducted kid and not worry about whether or not we want to show up the Lestrade. But, that would be being a human being, which is not really Holmes's thing.
This takes us to the kid. I think. Toblerone.
Um,
Throop.
It's not exactly a Toblerone that I want. You know what I really want? I want those itty bitty Toblerones.
Itty bitty Toblerones?
Yeah, they're like the size of like Halloween candy, like fun sized.
Ooh. Ow.
It's so weird. Like, we know there's a key there. What are we supposed to do for it?
We need a coat hanger.
I don't know when coat hangers were invented, but I have not noticed one around.
Speak, boy. You ate a whole wheel of cheese? Not even mad. It's amazing.
All right, what is that from?
Anchorman.
Okay. Like, why am I thinking like Will Ferrell when you say that? Okay.
Yep, that's why.
I've never seen it, but I think I've seen like enough clips and references, and like it feels like it. Well, we were making good progress. What is Spitalfields again, or is that just like the?
That's the poor people place.
Okay. And the oh man, there's so many locations, and none of them had any point. I mean, that's not true. Some of them never seem to have any point.
Not sure if it's a thing, just going by what cartoons taught you. Was this the hospitals thing? Never heard of it. Look, we need to go here to get the hook to get the key.
Oh wow, like that really makes me annoyed now. There's a picture of a hook there.
It's the MS-DOS house. Maybe we can get the calipers, the phrenologists, and use those to grab the key.
See, that wouldn't make sense, but if the game wanted to let you do it, I'd be okay with that. Calipers would be a little too wide to actually fit in there.
Well, I've seen some tiny calipers.
Not head-sized ones.
We can use the calipers, like, on our own head.
I think you have to take your hat off first, Dingus.
Well, live and learn. I wonder what Topman would have concluded from the Ripper's brain. Could he have predicted the revolting ogre? Doubtful. Extremely improbable. What do you know about the greengrocer across the way, Rose? Tough customer. Mean. Tight-fisted. Hard. It's a nasty shop and too dear by half, but he gives credit and people have to eat. What's his name? Haven't a clue. Very few names down here. Pet names, nicknames, yes, but people have so little privacy they guard their real names like gold. Ah, here we go. The skeleton hangs from a miniature gibbet. It lacks the odd rib and a portion of the lower mandible, but numerous bones are broken. It may have been secured through the agency of a careless and incompetent resurrectionist. To gibbet. A resourceful chameleon could... We already did this. Ugh, I didn't mean to click that. That's right, the door's over here for some reason. Did that do something new for the shop?
It would make sense. Like, we wouldn't, but like, it would make sense if the shop was the next thing.
Ugh. Watson. there's nothing else to do here, is there?
Why does it look like there's a path behind the grocer?
Like back this door here,
No, no. Farther into the background, basically.
over there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh. It really bothers me that you can drop something intentionally. And only once, apparently.
Yeah. What are we even doing? There's nothing else to do in here.
It makes no sense. Like they're setting up like a very obvious lead in here. Oh, we need to find this woman. Well, this guy knows where she is. Why won't he say? Well, because he doesn't trust us. But
Yeah.
like,
And she really owes him, so
yeah, like they even have a specific, well-defined connection between them that also could act as a motivation for something. And yet, we can't we can't acknowledge what we know.
is there something else we need to do and then come back here? Alright.
They put so much work into animating that dude grinding the knives, and yet it doesn't seem to have any point.
Can you sharpen my gun?
Get a gun blade. Like, this is confusing enough about time travel. Yeah, that sign with the candle has no explanation, does it?
This up here?
Yeah, presumably it's not for the grocer.
There's a pawn
So-
shop as well that we can't go to.
That also has its own sign.
And there's where Amy lived. Yeah. Oh, we have to wait for Watson, everybody.
It's a reason he can't just like meet us everywhere.
Like I said, why can't he teleport?
Well, like he could just like catch up later or not. He hasn't actually helped us yet. All right, so that place is that sign up there, the Littlefield, whatever it is. What was the skull thing?
The Weary Punt.
So that's like the bar, right?
This is the crappy bar with the bad music.
Merde!
And the opium den. Oh, do you know the real names of any of your customers? Who's asking why? What business is it of yours? I asked a civil question, my man. Can't you offer a civil answer? No. Now shut your hole and bugger off. I got nothing more to say to your likes. Alright, never mind. Yep, dead end. So there was a connection between Pratt and Ratchet. Possibly in the opium den.
Hmm. So weird that we still don't get to know officially about the tattooing.
Yeah.
Merde!
Merde. I want to go do opium in the opium den.
I mean, I imagine that bread is covered with enough molds, fungi, and various other things that you could probably experience something if you just gave it a good sniff.
What do we do? Where do we go?
That's a wonderful question.
This game's gonna put me to sleep.
Yeah, the slow walking, repetitive, short looping sounds, lack of sound effects, and music that's like, yeah, pleasant, but dull, or not really making me super energized. I'm not complaining about any of those, mind you, but it's just, yeah, it really puts one to sleep.
I really don't know what we're looking for. What is and isn't a dead end. And what we need to get that key. It could be anything.
A magnet.
There's like no reason to think that we would have to go anywhere specific from here.
Not that I can think of. Like, we have 3 avenues for investigating most immediately. Bledsoe somewhere, because he stopped the investigation, and that's a little bit weird, even though we made a point of saying, yeah, he probably isn't him, but we still have to do that anyways. Agnes, I'm still not quite sure why. And she's somewhere, and the grocery knows who, or how, or where, or whatever. But even though we found information, we can't use it, and we can't ask for more. And we found a kid in someone's house that's probably important for getting someone to actually cooperate with us, but we can't get in. Now, it's possible that once we do that, maybe he'll be able to help us when he doesn't have to rip his kid anymore, but, like, technically we could say, oh, go to the tailor, because maybe he's got like a crochet needle or something. That would work for this. It would actually work for this, by the way, but it's not what the video game is expecting.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to have to go back to every area looking for something like a stupid hook or something, you know? This hat pin. We can smell it now? Wait a minute. What? This smells like burning. It must have been sterilized in fire and used for tattooing. The pin has been used to puncture new tubes of paint, but the sweetly acrid scent of the brown stained tip suggests that it may more recently have served to ream out the sticky residue from the bowl and stem of an opium pipe. Oh. That's different than what we thought. Hey, Bernold. It smells like you. Like opium.
Bernold!
Useful items, hat pins, I'm sure. This certainly falls under the heading of unexpected.
Why were we not able to pick this up before?
Because game. Robe.
No, but like we don't even know which event made us suddenly able to pick it up.
Right? Maybe it was finding the opium den? Maybe we can use this to get the key?
I mean, that would not make sense, but still maybe.
Stab Watson. We can probe with it, apparently. But what are we probing? Don't say butts.
I was not going to say butts. I was going to try to decide whether or not to make a really horrible sounding joke.
And not about butts?
No, I think you may have misinterpreted what I just said.
Say it again.
Not a horrible sounding joke, a horrible sounding joke.
Oh, God. What? I don't get it.
Neither do I. Earl, can you explain?
Yeah, Berto, can you explain?
It does?
What?
Also, who was like the like?
Was it
Well,
like?
how,
Was it TTF or TFU or the letters?
how did this come up?
Come along, Toby.
Did someone put like headbutt or something?
Devin with a blue dress on.
I want to rewatch Repossessed.
Repossessed?
It includes a musical number with the devil in a blue dress. But you've seen Repossessed, right?
No.
Oh, seriously? It's a cross between a parody satire and sequel to oh crap, what's it called? Linda Blair.
Exorcist?
Thank you. Holy crap.
I hate this game, by the way.
It was the hat pin?
It was the hat pin. The hat pin that we could have picked up a long time ago, but the game didn't let us because it wasn't important. Like lucky house burglars, we must be thankful for fools who conceal their keys in imprudent locations. Okay, yeah, sure.
Are you serious?
The door is securely locked by a compact. Use the key, I guess.
That's not even a pin. That's a lever lock. Gee.
Okay. What if this is just the end of the game?
Then I'm okay with that.
Me too. Is that Agnes? Tackle her, Watson.
I think we're just standing there watching. Oh, she's get run over. Wow, if he's backing up there, she must have got splattered.
Yeah, like by a big truck. Oh God.
Oh, jeez. Well, like a Sherlock's just standing there trying to look innocent. Well, what a fine day. Who knows what happened? I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
And the game crashed.
And we beat the game! Yay!
Yay! Oh god. I didn't save at all.
Well, that's a good point. There's probably a bigger event for that.
What'd you say?
That's not the stream crash. No, we break the game. We already called that event.
Yeah. So there's like all kinds of crap dialogue that maybe we don't have to do it all.
It's quite possible not. It could just be that we can already.
Number 24. What's number 24?
Oh, viewer plays sound. Yeah, that's happened a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, of course.
Since Bernal didn't like me calling for myself, I've been forgetting to call it.
All right. I have no desire to go into the grocer and do all of that again.
Oh, can I see the thing?
Oh yes, sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
Is it
Thanks.
though? I'm really sorry. I'm very embarrassed.
Goof.
All right, let's see if we can just go get that pin. By the way, also that other place with Brum, whatever his name is, that we could never find.
The guy where we're trying to find Bledsoe?
Bledsoe.
Yeah, it's not there, is it?
It's not. We have to. I don't even remember how we unlocked it.
It was one of the places we had a chat with Watson that somehow gave us the. I didn't actually understand what he was talking about.
Yeah. Let's go do this right now since apparently we can do it.
Oh yeah, right. It still doesn't do that. Why does it not do that?
Oh, it doesn't count the points. Yeah, I don't know. Things just like to break. Things get damaged. Things get broken.
I'm not sure. If a bits event happens, I'll take a look at the counter.
Wait, this isn't the place. What am I doing? You know what? Since we're here, let's just rip off the band-aid. Oh, we didn't even do the phrenology stuff.
Oh. But that actually was pretty quick if you don't like do the investigating the area, which in this case I don't think was actually necessary.
Did you do that? Did you call 100 bits or was that automatic?
I called it.
Okay. I help you, no? Is that Vinhetiero? Is that his name?
Holy crap! Whoa! I mean that. Ooh boy, how do you spell that?
Vinhet.
You know what? Google's gonna figure out what I meant.
IERO.
Oh, I think you're right. Wow, that's like, holy crap!
Where's my hat?
That is.
It's on my head.
What? Sorry, this is just like the mustache is slightly different, and that's literally the only difference I'm seeing. Oh, that is so freaky.
Do 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 do. It's some castanets in the background.
Yeah, this game has like little spurts of a lot of good music.
All right. Let's talk to the prostitutes.
Prostitute.
Prostitutes.
Prostitute.
Prostitute. What?
If you're not familiar with Venturestein, that must have sounded very random.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a brief character on Venture Brothers who gets, well, slightly murdered and then sort of like half resurrected. And you know what? There's no version of explanation that's going to make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies of the night.
Dialogue.
And we probably have to drop the whatever that was, even though it didn't do anything.
Oops, I dropped the bread.
It was the bread, okay.
Mm-hmm. I think it was an attempt to seduce the proprietor.
Side note, I love how Sherlock Holmes, super smart guy, able to pick up on any tiny detail. Can't figure out, wait, why wouldn't poor people like the police? Can't
No.
imagine why. No guesses at all.
Hey, there are people today that also don't get it.
But like, no one's confused. I accept that different people will have different opinions on everything at all, but like, no one should be overly confused.
how'd you come by these army rations? I'd like some marmalade. Please get some marmalade from the top shelf. Did it twice. Okay. Can I get some bread for my marmalade, please? I'd like to buy some bread.
Just make me want marmalade.
Yeah, why is it yeah. Oops, I dropped my bread. Don't look while I bend over and pick it up.
I have to find amusement where I can for this game.
I'll never not laugh at that.
You say that, and yet
That wasn't me.
what is the second icon for?
The second icon?
Or beside the sound bar, there's also like a emoji thing or something, but 18. But like, what the?
Right beside the sound bar?
Like there's an icon for sounds, and right beside that there's like an emoji, but like I can't like use it for anything.
Oh, that. Oh, I see where you're looking. Oh,
Wait. Oh, it does for you. Was it merping when I did that?
do it again.
I'm doing it continuously. I'm merping all the time.
I don't see you merping.
Huh.
Yeah, my merp doesn't work either. The other ones do.
Oh, wait. I can. Oh, that's so
Oh, that's
weird.
working. What the heck?
Oh, you know what it is? I know what
What?
it is. I bet you this will work, and this will work, and this will work, and merp will not. And if I try looking for um will this work? No, see that didn't work either.
Is it because
It
of different channel thing?
sort of.
But
Um, so I have two stalking faces. One is the one that's been added to this server, which I can use, and one is
yeah.
because of the Twitch connection.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So if it's Discord giving it to you from a connection, it doesn't work for that for some reason, which is actually probably just a bug.
Okay. Yeah, this is all like within Discord stuff that makes no sense to viewers right
Well,
now. But
well,
but
you see, uh, that's my response.
oh,
I'm gonna find a way
oops.
to extract that sound from the stream and slip it in there.
Oh. Bernie was doing it pretty well. He did a couple of them that were like spot on, and I was tempted to go back and try to find them.
I may have to go back and find those.
Oh. There, you just did a good one. All right. Well, let's go to 221B Baker Street. Let's save the game.
Yeah, baby.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. um, it's gonna be equine manslaughter.
Oh, have we already got caught up?
Well, not quite, but
Like we haven't got the pin, have we?
we got the pin.
We did get it. Oh, I apparently zoned out a bit, or I think I was just playing with the soundbar. Anyways, maybe it's when I was merping or trying to merp.
Yeah, we got the pin. We still have to go back and do the stuff with uh
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe.
Well,
Thank you.
the guy who hopefully knows Bledsoe.
Yes. Better.
That seriously makes no sense.
Pork.
It is a good day to die.
It was out of the sad trombone.
Is it gonna crash again? Nope. My god, that was awful. How is the boy? Can he travel? Calm yourself, Holmes. He'll be fine. What happened? It was Red Millie, Watson. Struck dead by a beer wagon. Who's Red Millie? I haven't heard her name for years. This outrage doesn't seem her style. Who are her cohorts? Well asked. She would never act alone. They wouldn't be the first malefactors to be shot of their crime on learning that you were in pursuit. If you're right, I've been careless, but she can't tell us herself. Her body might, or this house. What does it matter? We have the boy. Can we...
What is it? Really? Why does it matter if we get information about co-conspirators?
Unfortunately, his rescue does not complete our task. We are swimming in very deep waters, and the shore is nowhere in sight. What is Virgil's condition, Doctor? I suspect he's been drugged. If so, he'll be sick shortly. I recommend we remove him from here. Agreed. Go by the alley. The police will be along soon. The accident has drawn attention like manure draws flies. No need to complicate this any further. Take our cab, leave Virgil with Jonas, and discreetly inform his father that the boy is safe. Best return Toby so Sherman doesn't have a conniption. And what will you do? I hope there is more to learn here. In a long chain of evidence, this link is now damaged.
No, it's damaged. The mama good.
It will break and become useless if I don't move quickly. Take good care of the boy. Alright. Save.
Save.
Frame damage. The Beninja. Drover. Yeah, he drove over. I like my sex like I like my damage. Lomg. You bear no blame in this disaster, sir. The accident was unavoidable. It was entirely the horse's fault. I know it in me head, Gov, but me heart ain't got the message. I never seen her till she was under the horses. I'll be alright, but not soon, and I suppose the coppers will be coming around. No. The wagon driver is inconsolable. Though powerless to prevent the calamitous incident, he is mortified by the role fate chose for him to play in it. Emotional damage. The presumptive kidnapper was Millie Redding, a prostitute, pickpocket, and protege of the late villain GBH Blunden. Oh, GBH. He, having rescued her from degradation, turned her into a real criminal. She habitually aligned herself with despicable characters, but did she deserve a death by misadventure? Millie's massive injuries were instantly fatal. Her tiny hands were mangled. The third finger of her left hand shows some sort of sticky black residue.
Really?
Can we examine it further, or is it just going to be left with sticky black residue?
Would she like some marmalade? That's a good thought. She could be like faking it just in case you should poke her with a hat pin
Yeah.
and an apple. Was she liking it?
Two Shire horses weighing a long ton each drew the springless cart. It carried hogsheads of Bulldog's bitter. 2 barrels have capsized and erupted in the street. If the enormous horses are aware of having trampled over a human being, they show no sign of it. So she was an opium user, or is it this dark bottle of stuff that's on her fingers? An unlabeled amber glass bottle fitted with a firm cork stopper sits on the table. Such bottles are often used for storing light-sensitive chemicals and pharmaceuticals.
Hmm.
Sniff it.
You can taste it.
Drink it.
Chug it.
The odor suggests the colorless liquid is the volatile anesthetic ethyl ether, known in some unsavory circles as knockout drops. The preparation is available at any well-stocked chemist shop. Taste it.
Huff it deeply.
The characteristic sweet taste is as unmistakable as it is nauseating. Just in case. Ether is extremely flammable. It must be handled with great care.
Interesting.
Amber is dangerous. A soiled and crumpled cambric handkerchief sits on the table. Smell it.
You're just sniffing all the things.
The scent of Millie's cheap perfume is nearly concealed by the stench of ether. The anesthetic has evaporated from cloth, but the odor remains. Paper bag. A 6-penny produce bag sits on the table. Is this from the grocer? The bag contains a lifetime supply of peppermint lozenges of a particularly cooling type. They are Virgil's favorite sweet. Let me just pick it up. Maybe take some? Do we have 2 versions of peppermints now? No.
Nope, we just have the same pile of peppermints.
Cup and saucer. This dead white china is available at any crockery shop for 2/6 of the set. The cup shows a trace of red lip gloss. The cup contains the dregs of cheap, unadulterated Indian tea. No milk, no lemon, no sugar. It was brewed several hours ago.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Biscuits. 2 miserable, desiccated biscuits sit on a tiny plate. Free samples. As suspected, these biscuits were fresh sometime last summer. Age often adds depth, variety, and interest to life. It completely ruins biscuits. Move the biscuit. Nothing except a portion of the dusty mantle is concealed by the plate. Okay. Limp biscuits. These are probably stiff biscuits if they've been sitting. The dusty mantle is unadorned by any personal effects. The undistinguished reprint above is in keeping with the room's generic character. The coal embers smoldering on the grate barely warm the anonymous room. Can we throw the ether into the fire?
So, do we have an ether-soaked rag now?
Ether we do, or ether we don't.
It's like, can we do the thing where like we go up to everyone and say, "Hey, does this smell like ether to you?"
We could.
I kind of want to do that.
I don't think they'll ever answer, though.
I have to keep trying.
In keeping with the fashion of the times, Millie's decoratively beaded and embroidered purse is small. Its silk drawstrings have started to fray. Money? The bag holds a small bottle of cheap, domestically produced scent called Wild Rose of Ire. Almost empty, red lip gloss, a pencil nub, a small mirror, and a coin purse containing 10 and 7 in a folded piece of paper. The stationery appears to be a penny stamp letter. Let me read it. Mailed from London earlier today, the penny stamp letter is written in the same spiky, uneven hand as penned the Silverbridge ransom note. Addressed to M. Redding, it reads, "Dispose of the package and return soonest. Bring the bauble. Bring the bauble. Don't wear it. V. Bring the bauble." Following a common suburban design, this door leads to a kitchen and a postage stamp-sized plot that estate agents grandiosely dub the Garden. The garden contains the privy and the dustbin. The gate to the alley is shut and latched. We didn't feel like making that environment, so don't worry about it. Okay.
I feel like we found several things and nothing that should be useful.
Oh, there's a ring here.
Ooh, good eye.
Stone of Jordan. A cabochon cut diamond set on a platinum band is jammed between bricks in the street. At 4 carats minimum, its apparent magnitude is only slightly less than that of the planet Venus. The extravagant ring is encircled by several layers of black adhesive tape. Besides being entirely too big for Millie, it is completely anomalous with her other jewelry. It obviously did not belong to her. The extravagant ring is encircled by several layers of black adhesive tape. It's tape.
4-carat diamond.
Is it to make it fit her finger?
Oh, good call.
We're done here? Are we done here?
I assume so.
Did you send word to the MP, Watson? Discreetly sent and gratefully acknowledged, Holmes. What have you told the boy? I promised him tea, and I said we would see him home. And so we will, but not now. For the moment, he'll have to fit in here.
Why?
What of the man I described, Wiggins? Anything to report? Not a word, sir. Not a sniff of him about. Sorry. Wiggins, I need your assistance. Are you free? I got things that needs attention. Is this a paying proposition? Yes, Virgil, meet Wiggins. Wiggins, this is Virgil. I'd like you to keep an eye on him. Take him with you on your rounds. Bit green, ain't he? Won't last an hour on the streets. Clothes will get stole or worse. Perhaps I should take the boy home or at least upstairs. No, doctor. His home may be watched. Our rooms are unsuitable for an unsupervised lad. Wiggins, take Virgil to Stitch Rumsey's on German Street. Tell him what Virgil needs by way of suitable clothing. I'll settle with him later. Right, Gov. If you've got the tin, I've got the time. Let's go, boy. I don't understand.
Sherlock's a jerk?
The little rich boy won't be safe here. He won't be safe at home. Let's have him go around town with the local urchin. That'll be safe.
I mean, it makes sense to maybe be hesitant to send him home. Not wanting to put him in Sherlock's apartment, probably because of all of the drugs and guns that he's shot the wall with, because we don't know where that gun went to. And where did that gun go to?
I don't know.
Also, the bottle of nitric acid he leaves lying around.
All the chemicals. Oh, here we go. This is the dialogue we need to go to that place.
I don't see what would be wrong with the pains. It's nice and tasty and sweet.
Delicious paint.
Yum, 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 yum. Tastes like lead acetate. I actually have no idea if lead acetate was ever used in paints or not. Apparently, I think, yes, it was used in paints.
Oh. Well, Wiggins is here, but Virgil isn't.
Well, you win some, you lose some being children.
Nah, there are always more children, right? I want you to find a Mrs. Ratchet. Older party lives off Bishopsgate near the Spitalfield Markets. At your service, Mr. Holmes. You've been out east? For all the good it did me, I'm suspected and despised there. Can I take the Metropolitan? Take the inner circle to Liverpool Street and pay particular attention to a grocery on Frying Pan Lane. All right. We'll wait for him to walk off screen. Okay, now I guess we'll go see about Bledsoe. And then we're basically all caught up on that.
And then some.
And then some. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. We might have to look at some things in the room to continue the dialogue, though. Oh, we can look at his book. We didn't do that before.
Which book?
The one he's holding, apparently, I think.
Oh.
It's like
How,
it's like a pixel somewhere. I thought I saw book. There's desk. Maybe it was desk. Is it Gone with the Wind? This would predate Gone with the Wind. I thought I saw a book, but it's not. Guess not. We could get this and then open it. Have a drink of sherry. Close it up. Give it a spin. Or not. Look at this map of Africa. Look at this diploma. Look at this letter. Look at this books.
look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph. I was gonna get there.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I was setting up for that. Admire this photograph. For some reason, we're going to go over here to admire the photograph. Don't ask me.
Don't remind me, Dean.
Why? Look at this graph.
Oh yeah, Dean doesn't know why that annoys me so much.
Look at this graph. I don't know why it
Yeah.
annoys you so much.
So, well, I've mentioned it to you before, but Dean wouldn't have heard this. Since I never actually heard the original song, when Bernie
Oh.
kept playing that video, I didn't know that the line wasn't "look at this graph." It never made any sense, but I just accepted it. I didn't know it was photograph. I felt like a dummy.
Do you know now, though?
Yes, I have actually
Okay.
eventually picked up on this.
Okay. It would have been a better lyric. Look at this
Oh.
graph.
Only better if the axes are labeled properly.
It must be a funny graph too, because it makes them laugh. And there must be something on Joey's head in the graph.
What?
Don't ask me. What the hell is on Joey's head? There's like a... Sometimes books pops up, and I think it's just the books on the shelf.
Mm.
Yeah. And then it disappears immediately. So I wasn't going crazy. Like, it actually did say book or books.
I mean, two things can be true.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. You could waste precious time looking for Bledsoe. Something Caraways.
So that's what's so weird. Sherlock, like, muses the possibility of just telling him what's going on, and then you can't.
Well, we kind of can, right?
You sort of can.
Well, you settle for the reason I wish to speak with him and trust me with the details. Of course. And then we say something.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's not... It's just where it ends.
Yeah.
Questions, Watson? All right. Now what? Maybe now we go back and check on Wiggins.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, there's Virgil. You'll be fine here, won't you, lad? Dr. Watson explained everything. There's not much to do, and it smells quite awful. I'd like my train set, please, and... Not possible, Virgil. I'm sorry. I'm sure you and Wiggins can amuse yourselves, pitching pennies and so on. Later, Mrs. Hudson will give you tea, all right? Is it kidnapping if you take a kid from a kidnapper and just hold him? Are we kidnapping? Are we kidnappers?
It's like multiplying negatives. It cancels out.
Oh. Okay. But
This
why
is
is
not
it
legal
multiplying?
advice.
Why isn't it adding negatives?
Because that's the math that's more convenient for my argument.
Are we adopting? What is kidnapping but just involuntary adopting?
I say aggressive adoption. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's why kidnappers get a bad name. They just need some better branding.
I'm sorry, Miss Hudson. Ooh. He is not an orphan. He is our son. What is kidnapping if not love persevering? Like Anne of Green Gables?
I do not remember kidnapping in Anne of Green Gables.
I don't know anything about Anne of Green Gables.
Honestly, other than
Oh,
a
now they're
botched
both here.
attempt at dyeing her own hair, I don't remember much about that.
Annie.
Oh, slight difference.
Wiggins, what news of Mrs. Ratchet? Did Frying Pan pay off? You've got the nose, Mr. Holmes. Greengrocer's her son. Oh.
Oh.
She lives over the shop with her old man. He drinks. I'm not surprised. I should return straight away. No offense, Go, but in Spitalfields you're as welcome as rats in the pram. It's hard times there. Folks don't take to having their lot picked over by strangers. They get shirty, and they get mean. Thank you, Wiggins. A solo trip incognito is called for. I've got the means upstairs.
Are we gonna play dress up?
We're gonna dress like a poor boy.
Oh, that's not what I was guessing.
Or a prostitute.
Yes. That's I was thinking Lady of the Night.
If you'll watch the fort, Watson, I'll stalk the elusive Ratchet. Choose your camouflage wisely, Holmes. If the sun favors her, she could be a hazardous character. A working woman.
Are we getting dressed even though we're coming up here to put on a different like outfit anyways? Like
What of it? All right, I guess we'll go in here. Laborer's costume.
Are we consulting with the tickle trunk?
What? Oh, wow.
Do we just teleport here? Also, like, do we look like John Cleese, or is it just the because how small the sprite is?
What do you mean? We've always been John Cleese.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where's the security guy?
Well, this part's easier without him because Watson isn't there to distract him.
Hello, comrade. Might I pop up and see your mum?
What sort of a question is that?
Your business? I'm your mum's boyfriend. She's holding some pamphlets for me. Got to circulate the word. All right, don't mess about. How did you come by these army rations? Yeah, whatever. What is she selling?
Anyways, tickle trunk. The Canadian version of Mr. Rogers was Mr. Dress Up, and all the neat little outfits and everything they would put on was in a large trunk.
Oh. A double door deal cupboard has been affixed to the wall. Fred Penner.
Oh, that's a really good point. How the heck do you know Fred Penner?
Who's Fred Penner?
The other Canadian equivalent to. Wow, I haven't thought about Fred Penner in a long time. What was that show even called?
The room is illuminated by strategically placed dip candles. The cheap tapers are made of tallow. They smoke excessively and smell like soiled stockings. Ah. What is Paul drunk?
Oh, he's still alive. That's I probably get a different way of phrasing that, but
Framed by ragged but laundered dimity cotton curtains, the flag's defeated respectability. The sole window affords a view of a depressing prospect.
so she's that guy's mother.
You mean the guy sitting in the back?
No, the guy downstairs.
Yes. The ministry chart is thin and raw boned. Intelligent gray eyes animate an otherwise rigidly careworn expression. Despite the ragged walls and lack of creature comforts, her labor has made this abode a home. Mr. Ratchet. Ratchet may have once had work. Now, for whatever reason, he is a disconsolate, unhealthy, roomy-eyed drunk. He sits at the center of this small ruin of domesticity in an intoxicated state, conversing with imaginary beings. A piece of aged Stilton adds its exceptional fragrance to the aroma of boiled cabbage, sweat, and ale. Sweat. A drugget cloth covers a deal table around which any society must take place. The room's centerpiece serves as a surface for dining, sewing, and study. There's a work box. Mrs. Ratchet's sewing box overflows with miscellaneous scraps of material. Pamphlets and books. Several polemical tracts are stacked on the table, distinguished from the incendiary political claptrap or a well-thumbed communist manifesto and a copy of the recently translated first volume of Marx's Das Kapital. A pair of unframed photographs are neatly glued on pasteboard. The pictures show adolescent boys, nicely dressed, awkwardly posed with shy smiles on their faces. One of the boys is reminiscent of the greengrocer. Maybe it is him. The simple pendulum clock currently keeps the time of someplace in the Russian steppes. The meager hearth fired by a single piece of coal is not equal to heating the kettle on the hob. It inadequately warms the room.
Hmm.
An oil painting rendered in an oddly familiar style is a unique concession to aesthetics. Its modern shapes and colors are disconcerting. The painting blends into the room like a tarantula on a tea cake. My brother has been incapacitated, Mrs. Ratchet. You may speak to me as you would to him. The real Mr. Holmes wouldn't sneak up here like a rat catcher. A closed door is no obstacle to a person like you, is it? I wish to speak about the document that went missing from the ministry. I stole nothing. I'll say nothing more about that formula. Are you trying to trick me into breaking my oath? Right, dearie. Answer no questions, tell no lies, eh? This bloke stand me to a dram? Be silent, Aloysius. I know my rights and my duty. I've signed the Official Secrets Act. You've no authority, whatever your name is. You may leave. That's right, mister. You can go rotate. When did you last clean the room from which the formula disappeared? The real Mr. Holmes sent you, you'd know. May as well get on your bike. You'll get nothing more from me. I don't talk to strangers about my work. Sir Avery thought his name might secure your cooperation. He's a gentleman, not a lying sneak about like some. You've not come from Sir Avery or Mr. Holmes. Are you a policeman or just a lunatic? Do you have anything useful to add, Mr. Ratchet? I endorse whatever she said. Salt of the earth, honest as the day is long, a true pal. Okay. So
can we open the cupboard?
Nope.
Hey, Agnes, does this smell like ether to you?
Oh yeah, can we use some items?
The signet ring, maybe? I guess we'll find out.
Blanky. Gun. Oh. Mycroft's summary. Makes sense. I recognize Mr. Holmes's hand. He once wrote me a note. That's a start. Is it now? Snuff box? That certainly belongs to Mr. Holmes. He's never without it. I assure you, Mrs. Ratchet, I represent him. So you say, should I believe you? Bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We'll be all rejoicing bringing in the sheaves. Whoa, hi. 15 men on a dead man's chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Reveal the signet ring. Perhaps you do come from Mr. Holmes. He's always been fair with me. For the moment, let's say you do. Might you send out Mr. Ratchet so we can talk? Send him where? The street? He's a dipsomaniac. I can barely hear myself, let alone you. Gin and dining with Duke Humphrey have ruined his health. In this mood, only stimulants settle him. Oh, we have something for him. I was considering a sharp rap on the head with a poker. Bringing in blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's give him some ethyl ether, why don't we? Can we? Why not radium? We don't have radium. In lieu of conversation, may I look around your premises? On what grounds? You surely realize that you are a suspect in the formula's disappearance. I had the opportunity, and my political convictions supply the motive? That's simple-minded and insulting. You wouldn't commit a crime to support your beliefs? Rob my employer and traffic in government secrets? Never. I am no man's dupe. And no country's either. Search if you must. I'm sure you'd threaten my job or incarceration if I denied you. Don't skulk about. Is there no other way to calm Mr. Ratchet? Typical of your lot, sweeping the unfortunate under the rug, pretend they don't exist.
Yes.
Who? Do you have some coffee or strong tea, madame? Now you want refreshments. I keep no luxuries here, Mr. Holmes. The proletariat has few enough of the necessities. I have important questions to put to you. There are some curious items here. Bringing in the sheaves. Now can we... No?
Like, they said stimulant, weirdly enough.
Yeah, I was thinking we just put him to sleep, though. Oh, we can use the tea? It's not ready yet. Or the coffee, sorry. Are we waiting for the coffee to be ready for him? What's the puzzle here? Examine the workbox. Numerous spindles of dark colored thread, several needles, and a darning egg are visible. Dump. For reasons. A piece of dark crimson wax was concealed by a remnant of calico. A nearly semicircular fragment of sealing wax bears most of the emblematic imprint of the Foreign Office. The missing portion of the seal is crescent-shaped and possesses a distinctively jagged edge. Okay. Oh, we can open the cupboard now. The cupboard contains few pewter plates, two chipped china cups, a frying pan, some humble cutlery, 2 eggs, some salt, a sugar cone, and a bit of flour. Cool. Now what?
That's a good question.
More items?
Can we? No.
Offer card? Anyone with the means can have a card made up. It proves nothing. Very impersonal. Anything else to show? Do we need to go find something else?
I'm wondering if it's just like a time thing, because they're saying that he wants a stimulant. It's like, well, there's coffee like on the fire, but they're saying, well, it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
But also, you can't talk until he gets the stimulant. So like either we bring him one, or we're supposed to do something else. I feel like that coffee's already going to be over extracted.
Test the cheese?
What? Do we just take a bite out of there?
The cheese tastes even older than its aroma would suggest. Perhaps the Ratchets keep a pet rodent. Kindling. Oh.
Oh,
A meager collection of twigs and packing scraps imitates kindling for the humble hearth.
ooh, good catch. Now there's some actual fire going.
Okay.
Did that open up dialogue for some reason?
Probably knowing this game, it's just like click on everything over and over again until something works. Throw the painting in. Oh, the bust.
Oh,
Plaster bust of Karl Marx, founder of international socialism and principal propounder of dialectical materialism, has a place of honor in the home. Before his death, Marx haunted the reading room at the British Museum. This bust accurately depicts his distinguished leonine head. There is nothing beneath the bust. Dialectical materialism.
I feel like now there's a nice roaring fire. We should be able to throw the combustible materials onto it.
What if we throw the ethyl ether in there?
Yeah, like maybe cause a few fireballs and then see if they want us hanging around.
Is there anything else we could just interact with for reasons? Uh, is it ready yet? It's not ready yet.
Why? Can you interact with the clock?
No. Open the cupboard again. Test the cheese again.
Perhaps if you try cutting it?
Anything else hidden on the table? On the mantle, on this table, this sink, this cabinet. Do we need to go do something else and come back?
But then it'd be weird that we had to make the fire bigger.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Matches. Do we show this? Does this snuff box have anything in it? Can we show it to Mr. Ratchet? No. Is it showing something to Mr. Ratchet? Like anything at all?
I think the point is just for him to act as a slight barrier.
Yeah, but is there a thing we can do with him that will get him to go away?
We have a gun. Yeah, I'm currently in Eagle Gun country. I'm allowed to think of that first.
Okay. I'm out of ideas for this room.
As am I, honestly.
Is there like a fire poker we have to use on the fire? Or
Poker, I
something.
hardly know her. Like, there's candles. Throw a candle in there. Where's Watson? We could throw him in there.
Bust a move. Pamphlets. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Anything down here? Maybe we could talk to him now? Oh, your pa's in a rare state, comrade. Not violent, is he? Like a lamb, except when he's drinking, which he's mostly. He needs sobering. Victuals, victuals, and a hot drink would help. You a physic in your spare time? Does he mean physician or is he trying to say psychic? I actually don't know what the game is trying to get at.
I think he basically means physician.
Yeah. I saw some ersatz coffee on the shelves. You have the real thing. I'd like a quarter pound. Your pa needs the caffeine. 350 points. Okay. Is that a specific bingo point?
No,
number?
I think she's keeping track. It's like a 5,000,
Okay.
I think.
Just counting them. Okay. None of my affair. That'll cost you a half crown. Okay.
So, just to be clear, it was coffee on the fire, but we had to buy coffee to add to the coffee.
It's a coffee pot.
But why would it be on there if it wasn't coffee?
I have no idea. Puzzles.
But it's not a puzzle.
Sure it is.
Also, we just picked it up with their. Is that with their bare hand?
Bare hands are very insulated.
Ah. I got my coffee too.
Yeah. I think we solved the puzzle.
I can't see the camera, but please tell me you did an air quote.
I'm too tired for air quotes.
You've had a very long day.
Yeah. Have you seen my family touch hot boiling oil? No. I haven't. Alright, he seems pretty chill now. That he's had his stimulant. Wait,
That is how that works.
is he sleeping? I still think ethyl ether should have been the answer.
It really should have been.
You were difficult to find, Mrs. Ratchet. Is that by design? I'm at Speaker's Corner every Sunday, sir. You might drag yourself out from whatever bourgeois trough you wallow in and receive the truth from Mr. Ingalls. Ah. Would you share any suspicions you harbor concerning the disappearance of the formula? I'll cast no aspersions. Those responsible for the theft tried to kill my brother. I will not rest until I find and punish those who are responsible. In your desire for revenge, would you do violence to the innocent? The entirely innocent are as rare as a painless amputation, Mrs. Ratchet. Remember that. They are as common as the entirely guilty, Mr. Holmes. You might remember that. That painting is by Thomas Pratt, isn't it? What makes you say so? I know Pratt's style. I know his colors. How did you come by it? He gave it to me. There's nothing wrong with that. Perhaps. What is your relation to him? Very kind man, our Mr. Pratt. Always very kind. Did you do opium with Mr. Pratt? You have any idea who would want to harm my brother? I can't imagine. I'm sorry for his pain and your grief. Thank you. What can you tell me about this piece of wax, Mrs. Ratchet? I picked it up to save the ministry carpet. I'll add it to my tallow for candles. When was this? I can't recall. Your memory is selective, Mrs. Ratchet. Your questions are insinuating, Mr. Holmes. I recognize the greengrocer in the photograph. Is the other boy his brother? Yes, that's David. He's currently living at government expense. He and Sydney are very like, as brothers often are. Did you attend the Second International? I had the honor of representing our group in Paris. It is not an actionable offense. The inevitable laws of history predict the triumph of the working class. Spare me the diatribe, Mrs. Ratchet. Your political predilections are your own affair. Dialectical materialism teaches, as an immutable truth. Stop, I beg you. You are a radical. Your husband is a tosspot. Your progeny engage in activities of dubious legality. None of that concerns or interests me at the moment. All right, Sherlock. As you were friends, I'm sorry to inform you that Thomas Pratt has been found brutally murdered. How awful. I'd wondered where he'd gone. He was kind to me, considerate, always asked after my unlucky boy. I'll miss him. Would it shock you to learn that Thomas Pratt was involved in the theft of the formula? If it's true, yes, I never took him for a thief. But if you found your culprit, why are you questioning me? I don't know why he stole it or for whom, or who his accomplices were. I wonder if you were one of them, Mrs. Ratchet. Okay. There's no possibility that Pratt acted alone. Do you have any ideas? Of course not. Why must it be a conspiracy? There are a number of reasons, not the least of which is we have not recovered the formula. It was not among Pratt's effects. Okay. We're
So,
out
like,
of dialogue?
do we accomplish anything?
I don't know.
Do we have the ability of showing her some physical clues now to ask her for opinions on them? Not that I can think of anything.
The ring. Kerchief. The envelope. The apple.
The marmalade.
These things from downstairs. Gun. Would you like some money? I think we are done here. Why is it never like satisfying?
That's a good question.
Doesn't feel like we're done here, but I think we are.
You know what this actually reminds me of?
Pain?
No.
What?
Next Generation, when they go to the holodeck and in the first attempt at having Data solve a Holmesian mystery, and it ends up just being a tour of Sherlock Holmes-esque themes, but not actually having any depth or anything to solve.
Yeah.
Like, it was like impressive simulation, but like, oh, we teleport back here.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, but I should have been.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we got there by just like walking through the wardrobe. It's like going to Narnia.
Yeah. It's like poor Narnia.
Oh man, I wonder if there's a Chronicles of Narnia point and click adventure. I doubt there is.
So now what?
That's a good question. It would make sense if the kid had some information. Oh wait, no, she was looking. Right here he told us. That's how we got there. Wow, what are we doing right now? I should update my notes though.
The residue on the spring?
That's a good question.
I mean, that would be great.
Hello, son. Is there a new spot to go to for reasons?
Like we could talk to the kid's father if we can find him, since we did rescue his son.
Yeah,
He didn't want to talk to us earlier because he was afraid of cheesing off the kidnapper.
yeah, that's fair.
I get the sneaky suspicion we're not going to be allowed in there. I knew it.
Yeah, he's been given sedative. He must sleep. Maybe we can take the train? No.
Nope. I mean, we deserve a reward. I think we should take the butler.
Yeah. Nice to have a butler. I always have to do my own butling.
Yeah, we don't really buttle in Canada. We need to find out like what it's like.
You've never buttled before? For yourself?
No, it's weird.
There's a Narnia video game in 2005. Divided into 15 levels, the game follows a linear style of gameplay and makes use of various gameplay elements: stealth, combat, puzzle solving, and strategy.
Doesn't sound like great.
Any new leads here? No? Alright. Cool. Very cool.
At the very least, the game should let us do things a little more open-ended. It was going to be so like arbitrary. Like
Yeah.
we should be able to just like sniff Watson, because we can sniff everything else.
Yeah.
Let's give him
Sure.
a big old snort.
What do you think he smells like?
Tweed.
Tweed.
And weed. Tweed and weed.
That's one of the good things about text adventure. Yeah, you can just basically try everything. Your imagination's the limit.
Merde!
Mad. What a concept.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You don't need to sniff at that.
I'm not putting my nose on that.
Nice.
Mm. Are you settling in, Virgil? Mrs. Hudson gave you a nice cup of tea. The tea was too hot. I burned my tongue, but the biscuits were very nice. Had chocolate on them. I like chocolate. That's great, son. Thank you. Thank you for settling in so well. All right, see you later, son. I'm going into my flat. That Virgil's a nice boy. I think I'll rename him Rover. Because that's what he does now.
I'm okay with this.
Hmm.
So like we have what are all the areas on the map? Because there's probably some place we haven't been to for a while that's just spontaneously has magic new things to deal with, like
Or
the
something
stupid
we can
hat
just
pin.
pick up now that we couldn't
Yeah.
before.
Sorry, so that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the hat pin where it's just like, oh well, this was nothing, but now we're stuck. So yes, it's something.
No. Hang on, let me put my clothes on. Hey again, son. Bye, son.
Bye, Rover. All right. So what's the top
Oh, I
place?
just saw a cockroach.
Are you gonna catch it?
Nah, I'm too tired.
Oh. All right. So what's at the top there? What is the piano icon? So that's Lord
Professor
Lawton.
Layton.
I think they make it a little too interesting. And I was sure we were gonna get to play billiards.
Oh, the album. I'll tell you of Mr. Pratt's demise. In return, you could answer some questions and let me look about. Lord Lawton will be out with Lady Lockridge later. Fine, I'll return. I'll trade for information about Master Pratt, but there's a higher cost for telling tales out of school and giving you the run of the house. You play a decent game of billiards? I have a passable game. I'm a devotee, but one can always improve. If you can teach me a lesson, we could have a chinwag afterward. If you can't, I'm mum. That's the deal, agreed. Minigame? You seem quite sure of the outcome. As sure as the Lord Chief Justice wears a wig. Be in the limelight with the lads at the academy when I tell him I had you over a barrel here.
So can we just do that now then?
Perhaps. Is Lord Lawton a music aficionado? Very devoted to euterpe and terpsichore. Did you say that? Music's the only thing we have money for nowadays. Cylinders, scores, stands, new felt, piano tuning, and the like. Can
Can we
we
just like open the door?
get on the floor?
Broseph, come on.
What do you think, Watson? Should we play pool? Perhaps you might stand in my place at the table. You wield a decent cue. He'd take neither pleasure nor honor in playing me. It's you he wants. In that case, I wonder if Jock Mahoney still holds court at St. Bernard's. He may know Jenkins. As I recall, you two didn't part the best of mates. True, but I don't hold a grudge. Are we going to go somewhere else now? What is happening?
Hey. I think this just said that we passed one of the checkpoints.
What?
I think just stressing we go back so that the story can advance. Or someone can find us.
Maybe.
Or possibly so that just because Jenkins said that the residents are going to leave, and so they can't leave while we're standing there.
We also unlocked St. Bernard's Billiard Academy, so maybe we gotta go play some pool before we play Jenkins. It's like, okay, but yeah, we'll check this. We'll waste another 3 minutes putting our clothes on and then putting our clothes on.
Imagine how long this game would be without all the nonsense.
Yeah, it'd be like a normal,
It would be like
it's
3
like a good
hours of
game.
actual game.
Yeah. Yeah, a mini
Ugh.
game would be a little refreshing.
The mini game is just going to be watching Watson slowly peruse the pool cues to pick one out for you.
The mini game is selecting a pool cue.
And then when it's time to actually play, it just does one of those weird teleportation things to right after the game.
Burp, 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 burp.
That's a nifty tune. I've never heard anything like it before.
I made it up.
Well, you're quite talented.
Thanks.
Wait a minute. This is the same tune. They ripped you off.
Yeah.
You should sue them.
Until recently, snooker was the game of choice at St. Bernard's, and honest working men formed the bulk of its clientele. The new emphasis on billiards is a vain attempt to attract what's referred to as a better class of person. Its current customers are layabouts, sharpies, and the occasional civil servant.
Because I totally know the difference between snooker and billiards.
I always thought snooker was bumper pool.
Maybe,
But
but
I
I
don't-
don't actually know what bumper pool is.
Bo Brummel. Yeah, he was in the last game. Jock Mahoney popularized trousers and fancy cravats, hangs above the fireplace. Intimate of the dissolute George IV, he is the patron of dandies, swells, and other fops who live by their wits rather than by their labor. Okay. Hello, Jock. Remember me? Not likely I'd forget a world-famous snoop, am I? I need a favor. Bad luck, I'm fresh out. Your marital affairs appear to have altered precipitously. What happened? My marriage is up the spout. Now leave off before I stow the cue in your gullet. I assume you're still cock of the walk here. Would you like a game? Like you could give me one? No chance. I don't mess with amateurs. I'd pay for the privilege. Me in your employ? Not bloody likely. I'm not good enough for you to play and you won't help me get better. Not terribly sporting. Stuff sporting. You had your way with me last time you was here. Never again.
What?
That's unfair, Jock. I caused you no real harm, and your information helped apprehend a vicious murderer. And justifies the means, does it? You forced me to grass on a friend. Do you prefer billiards to snooker? Makes no difference. I prefer drinking at my local and a game of darts, but a bloke's got to earn his daily bread or beer as the case may be. Okay. This fine table was manufactured 50 years ago by Messrs. Thurston and Coy in Catherine Street. With care, it should last another half century. Okay. There's a lush over there. Not much by way of conversation around here, is there? All a man could want, a surfeit even. Best friends I ever had. Salt of the earth, better than my nanny, better than my old hound. You know Mr. Honey then? Mr. Mahoney, then? Who sounds an Irish name? I wouldn't know him. Not my sort. My mouse? Where'd my mouse? What happened? Uh-oh. Is it crashing?
Has your computer just decided it no longer wishes to play this game?
I think
Can
we're...
you like alt tab out of it? Do you have like any control?
It's... I have not responding right now.
Try hitting the caps lock. Does the light turn on and off?
Yeah.
Okay. What about control shift escape? Anything pop up?
Nah. Control Shift Escape is just like Control Alt Delete. What?
No, not quite. Control delete should bring up like a menu. Control shift escape should immediately bring up task manager.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Oh, I'm lazy. I find the shortcuts.
Yeah.
Did it bring it up though?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you use your cursor while that's up?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just ScumVM being weird then.
Yep.
If you go back to ScumVM, does Control F5 do anything?
No. I think it died.
Dang nabbit.
Yeah.
Also, I've never heard of that Mina. I just pressed Windows W and I see a screen that I have no idea what it is and don't want to exist.
Yeah. You saved pretty recently,
Yeah.
I think. Ah. All right, load. We have a son now.
Oh yeah, we basically went straight from here to
Basically.
the butler to then to there.
Yeah. What? You don't hear Portuguese? Did you just quack?
No. I mean, other than the quack. Oh, I wasn't indicating the time. I was just quacking.
Sorry, I just realized I have less than 30 minutes to do my Duolingo for the day to keep my streak.
I am fine with whatever that is.
So I'm just casually doing it while playing.
So, is that the language thing?
Yes.
What language are you learning?
Portuguese.
Oh, that's why you said Portuguese.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was picking up on the microphone. Well, I started learning Portuguese because I was planning to go to Brazil last year. And that trip, I didn't end up going, but I just kept learning it anyway. And I'm like on a streak that's like almost 280 days, I think. I figured I'd just keep doing it. They sent you an email that I was learning Portuguese.
Makes sense.
It's a lot of days, yeah. I'm still terrible at it. But better than I would be. I never started.
I know absolutely no Portuguese.
Okay, let me say O molho não tem cenoura. The sauce does not have carrots.
What?
Tu tens uma cobra? Do you have a snake?
Really? Portuguese for snake is just cobra?
Yes, cobra.
Wait,
Meos
do we call it a
oiostom.
cobra because it means snake?
It's like Ekans. My hovercraft is full of eels.
Why does that sound familiar?
Menina or meninas.
Why does it sound What? First thing that comes up is translations of my hovercraft is full of eels in many languages. What?
Genos. So I am almost done. There we go. Okay.
Yay.
Get more with Super Duolingo.
Oh, are we at the Billiatorium?
Yes.
Can I see the game again?
Oh, sorry. I
I
forgot.
cannot express how little I cared about re-seeing like the stuff that we already did.
Yeah.
I may want to save here just in case.
Yeah.
To write something in Portuguese.
Uh, 279.
Yeah.
There we go.
We don't mess with Mr. Booze. Is that a Family Guy reference?
What?
I think it's a Family Guy reference. It's a weird musical number where they're trying to the not AAA, double A, AA meeting is trying to hide the fact that they have like a speakeasy, and when someone pops in, they have like this big song and dance about how they don't do drinking, and oh, don't mess with Mr. Booze, that's how you lose, or something like that. It's a bit random.
All right, let's walk over here to talk to Jock.
Because we have to walk well away from the person to talk to the person that's right in front of us.
We have to wait for him to shoot. Because immersion. Are you even hitting anything?
It's coincidentally landing exactly where he shot it from every time. And the sound of it hitting something else, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh. Good to know.
Robin and the Seven Hoods.
Oh. Huh. Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Sammy Davis Jr. How have I never heard of this? Does it have Peter Falk in it?
Watch your mouth.
Huh. Nah.
Mahoney's flamboyant canary yellow cashmere coat lies carelessly crumpled in a spectator's chair. One cuff appears to have rested in a spittoon. Ew. Just throw this into the fire. That. Handbill. Professionally printed handbill announces a holiday billiards exhibition and competition at the Albert Hall. Jenkins will be in heaven. Like, he'll be dead?
Yes. There's more than one way to ensure he can't win.
Other movies that included Sinbad? Like Shazam?
It's been a while since I've seen a Sinbad movie. Or in either meaning of the statement.
Not much by way of conversation round here, is there? All a man could want, a surfeit even. Best friends I ever had. Salt of the earth, better than my nanny. Better than my old hound. You know Mr. Mahoney then? Who? Sounds an Irish name, blah, blah. And it crashed again?
I wonder if it's because he's trying to animate during the dialogue.
Ugh.
If we reload, try just like wait till after the guy takes a shot, and then try to just click through as fast as you can. Otherwise, we might actually be stuck because of a pointless bit of dialogue. Or you can skip that bit of text, see if it's necessary to do everything.
Yeah.
This is definitely the sort of troubleshooting that is so much fun.
Oh. Oh. Speak to him as you would a child.
So what is the next line? Is it like we lied, or is it like what does he actually say? Because I don't remember.
Something, I think it's like we made it up, or I can't remember. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Well done, Jock. You hit no balls.
Every time it crashes, the stream closes on my end.
Right. Sorry.
Hey, no worries.
What is he drinking out of? A Stanley Cup.
Not a bad idea. Crash it.
It just...
Oh.
What?
Oh.
It just closed. Right after I saved crashing, it just closed.
So what happens when you load crashing? Does it crash immediately? Don't bother sharing because this is okay. I feel like this is probably not going to last very long.
In its journey upmarket, the Academy has made one concession to its humbler origins. A dartboard, the entertainment staple of any working man's pub, is available for patrons so inclined. Darts may be obtainable at the bar. Let's talk to the barman. Attractive redecoration, but you've lost some of your humbler custom. We continue to receive gentlemen of leisure and refinement who take pleasure in the joys of intelligent conversation and a game of skill. Sounds like a magazine advert. It is. All right, we got through that dialogue. Can't talk to him anymore. That might be a good thing. Watson, what do you think?
Walk faster, Holmes. We need to do this before the next crash. into me.
The aphorism claims that skill at billiards is a sign of youth misspent. Do you credit it? Didn't that come up last game?
I don't remember.
No more than other decrepit cliches. A good man who can handle a cue is no less admirable for that fact. Quite the reverse. The Academy seems to have traveled a bit up market, has it not? Miraculous change, quite snug in this incarnation. Shame they couldn't eliminate the smell. That would have required a miracle of quite another magnitude. Not a promising beginning, Watson. Jock won't even speak to me. The right to silence is a cornerstone of democracy. In this investigation, we've had a cold shoulder from all segments of society. Very annoying. I could do without the political lesson. I feel like Sisyphus. Just when I think I'm getting somewhere, I roll back to the beginning. It's unlike you to leave unfinished what you've started. Put your nose to the wheel. Very colloquial, Watson. What do you recommend? Keep at it, man. Keep working him. Is that encouragement, exhortation, or a command? Whatever suits. All right, let's keep working him. From over here. Or not, you know.
Can we, like... No, we can't play it. Can we steal his balls?
He doesn't have balls, apparently.
I believe this. Maybe we go back to talk to Butler dude.
Maybe. Glass. A straight glass pint containing the remains of Irish stout is perched precariously on the table edge.
Can we push it over? No.
No.
Put something in it.
Oh, maybe we can put something in it. Or we can walk over here to talk to him again.
We put a hat pin in it.
Or some coffee. We could propose.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
How about some marmalade?
Tank was gonna phrase it as trick him into marrying us, but yeah.
Turkey runners. The muted colors of these comely carpets bring the brilliant green of the table coverings into sharp relief. Oh, what's this? Leather case. The crocodile hide case. Uh-oh. Is this like the case that, or like the case that we have the handle of? I don't know.
Oh, what?
The crocodile hide case with brass fittings is large enough to hold a flute or two, an air rifle, or a sizable collection of riding crops. Mr. Mahoney is unlikely to be familiar with any of those objects. It's probably not, but like, we've been carrying that handle for like a long time. Unless he was looking for a premature demise, best put down that Q case. Q. Oh, he said something different that time. We're starting to get friendly, Mr. Holmes. Don't spoil it. Just bending over to give them a better view. What do you think, Watson, about this case? Let's just walk all the way around the table.
Why does he have to do that?
Okay,
Nice rack.
thanks. I
Can
don't.
we talk to him about that case and or show him the handle?
Can't talk about the case, and we can't show him the handle. Is there anything else we can show him?
Can we beat him to death with a pull cue? Not that I'm starting to resent this guy not playing games with us.
Gun. Don't think there's anything we can use here. Whoops. There's nothing. Q-chalk. This rare and moisture-devouring green chalk, mined in the Piedmontese region of Italy, is a French manufacturer. Eschewing the product supplied by the Academy, Mahoney spares no expense on behalf of his Q. So, about that chalk. My chalk is much better than yours. Maybe we do just go back to Jenkins.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
No.
I hate this game.
Yeah.
This was the exact moment.
Well, it's midnight. And I don't know what else to try right now. I'm tired.
I'm still quack.
You better not.
I'll do it.
Don't do it. Oh, you did it too soon.
On my computer, it turned noon. Not noon. The other
The other
unnoon.
noon.
I was gonna say noon backwards, but then realized that's just noon. My brain's a little fried too.
Could be. Oh no.
I'm like 50% sure that's not what that is.
Oh no.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, we didn't beat it tonight.
Do you think that like one could quickly just like, I don't know, edit the binary files or something for like Frog Fractions 2 to have a deer stalker? Oh wow, we beat Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
think we're gonna have to rely on some hints next time just to be like just get it over
Just to
with.
get, yeah, just to. It's
Because
not.
like there are aspects of the game I do like, just not the game part of it.
Yeah.
These are interesting areas. These are interesting characters, and other than the needless extra dialogue, it's still an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not a game.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna raid out,
Yeah.
and perhaps Monday. Sorry, not Monday. Wednesday.
I mean, if you want, it's Victoria Day. I'm okay. No, okay.
Someday.
Someday.
Someday. Yep. We will beat this. All right, everybody. See you next time.
Good night.
Good night.